Here's the motherfucking Texas, ho. Here's the motherfucking Texas, ho. Here's the motherfucking Texas, ho.
Welcome back, guys, to Barcoded Chats with your girl Niteria and
Sydney.
We are back with another video with a very special guest from high school, even middle school. You went to good grade?
Yeah,
even middle school.
This is our girl Chelsea. We was thugging it out in 10th grade English, baby.
No, that's my 10th grade. That was senior year. But I feel like we had classes before that too.
No, we did. We
had
a lot of classes.
We had a lot of classes. I know I can't remember. We had a lot of classes
yeah,
though. But no, senior year English with Miss Parham. Shout out Miss Parham.
Yeah, she's the best teacher.
She was a very good teacher. She pushed you for
yes, definitely. I still don't like to use my to be verbs.
Oh, I think I'm the only one. She ain't here. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
girl.
Yes, so we have a very special guest that we went to high school with and middle school with. So she is here to talk about a spicy ass topic. These cheating ass niggas.
Is your man cheating on you?
Is he? Is he?
I don't know, girl.
We're gonna give you some red flags.
If y'all can't tell by what's on the table, well, if you're listening, you can't tell by what's on the table. But
well, you might be able to tell our worst.
We're drinking this episode, okay? Niteria and I just filmed a quick little Never Have I Ever.
Yeah, so I'm already
filming
tipsy.
extra
I'm not gonna lie to you.
content. So yeah, we was slamming some rosé.
Slamming.
So we're drunk, but now I'm drinking some Jameson with Chelsea.
Yes,
cheers.
I'm just gonna stay on the rosé because yeah.
So check us out and stay tuned for the entire episode.
Yes, and don't forget to like, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you can get every notification when we post. And don't forget to tell a friend about a friend.
Share this episode, guys. All right. So we're gonna finally tell you what we're talking about.
Yes.
We talk about you cheating ass niggas. That's what the fuck we talking about, like she said earlier. We talking about you cheating ass niggas.
Yeah.
Y'all are something else. Y'all are something else, okay? Like, why? Why y'all gotta cheat? Why y'all gotta lie?
Why?
I don't even think that they know. That's the thing.
It's okay. So I'll be watching clips of Housewife. She was like, they don't cheat because of us. They cheat because of them.
Yes, I seen that clip.
100%.
Which I agree. Yes, they don't cheat, and even men will tell you like, I'm not cheating because I don't love you.
Okay.
I don't cheat because I'm not sexually attracted to you.
I just wanted to get my dick wet.
Right.
Wow.
Which that's why I always
Yes.
tell men, you don't care what it is you fucking as long as it's a warm hole. Huh.
Why can't they just get
Am I
fleshlights?
preaching, y'all?
Why can't they just get fleshlights?
I think it has something to do with the ego, like the male ego. You know what I mean? So if you have one woman that's sitting here holding it down, let me see what else I can get. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the more women you have, I mean, they're gonna inflate your ego.
And then you have to look at other cultures who literally promote having multiple wives,
Absolutely.
polygamy. So I mean, y'all, if you don't know, I'm definitely a person who's like, monogamy is a myth.
Really?
I'm into monogamy. You need to be with me and only me, or I'm a like
I mean, like, I would if somebody showed that that's what they wanted from me, and if I could like see it, I would maybe. And if I love them that much, I could give it to them. But me, truthfully, I would like to be in an open relationship, because you should be able to live life and experience what you want to experience. And maybe if people looked at it that way, people wouldn't get so butthurt over cheating.
Okay, so this is actually, if y'all don't know, this is coming from somebody that hasn't really been cheated on. So that's why she has that perspective. But from a bitch that's been cheated on, no, nigga, you gonna be with me and only me, cause that's the only thing I'm fucking with. You wanna be with other bitches, you can we just gonna be single.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I see your point, because I did actually question, because I had been cheated on. I questioned, like, you know how like women, right? Like, we're naturally emotional creatures, right? If you break it down like biologically, like men, you take it back to like caveman days. Like, their objective was just to impregnate as many women as possible.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, is telling a man to be monogamous the same thing as telling a woman not to be emotional?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah, so I
Okay.
get your point, which is fine if that's how you feel. But at the same time, be transparent about that.
Right,
You know,
right,
don't
definitely.
Yeah, don't have that ideal, but tell me what you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you doing this, but you know.
Actually, I just had a guy. I'm back on dating sites. I said I wouldn't, but anyways.
Yeah.
So I just had a guy, and we were messaging, and we were like talking or whatnot, and he asked to like hang out after work, and I was just like, oh yeah, like I can come meet you over at your place or something or whatever. And he was like, you know, he's trying to come over to my place, but my living situations, I don't really want company right now. And so then he had to basically say, well, I have a girlfriend, but if you're okay with that, then we can continue to speak. But if you're not okay, then I understand.
Is the girlfriend okay with it?
I said, is this an open relationship? He said, no, it's not open. I was like, oh, well then no.
Okay, so how is he gonna invite you? Okay, so say you were okay with it. How is he gonna still invite you over?
He just wanted to hang
And she
out.
was not there?
Did they live together?
I'm assuming because I asked to come over to his, and he was basically, that's when he was like, well, I'm in a relationship. When I said he couldn't come over to mine, that's when he was
You
like,
had to, yeah, you basically had to force him to tell the truth.
yeah. So that's when and he was like, I'm in a relationship, and if that's cool with you, then we can continue to talk. But if it's not cool, then I understand. I understand if you don't want to be the side chick. What the fuck, nigga? Like,
For sure. They're definitely getting bolder these days, I would say, for sure. Because, I don't know, I think I wouldn't say most, but a lot of them would have just been like, yeah, I'm single, what's up? You know, like, you know, like, I don't know.
Like, it's just like, if he would have came back and said he was in an open relationship, I'd be talking to him. He was cute. We was vibing. But you got a bitch, so go over there.
Right, this where it stops.
Exactly,
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like, if you are on a whole ass dating website, talking to a whole ass female, telling her you like her conversation and what she's into, don't you think you shouldn't be in a relationship? Why do everybody feel the need to stay in a relationship?
Well, I was just talking to this guy about this the other day. So I feel like everybody right now is trying to get in relationships just to be in them, because that's something they want to do. Everybody else in relationships, they seem so happy on social media. They're getting the gifts, they're getting spoiled, they're getting posted, blah blah blah. So I honestly feel like people aren't in relationships for the right reasons. So that's why they come at you and they be like, oh, well, yeah, I got a girl, but no, ain't no buts. Because if you're with me, you don't need to be on no dating website. You definitely don't need to be talking to no girl, trying to invite her nowhere. Like, it's boundaries. And that's what I was also telling her to do the other day. It's no boundaries no more. It's no boundaries.
I ain't got no boundaries.
Don't care. And that's why men are coming at her that way. Because she ain't got no damn boundaries. But a man know better.
I'm working on y'all. I've been in therapy. I'm healing.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm healing.
We're with it.
Therapy's
Some people
so
can tell
important.
I'm better. I'm Niteria.
Yeah. Yeah. She was against dating. So last year she was saying like, I'm not gonna date, I'm not gonna fuck, I'm not gonna do nothing with nobody in 2021. Baby, what is it? It's March. She already been on dating sites, found her some people.
I decided I'm not
doing
gonna
stuff with some
let
people.
the bad apples ruin my orchard.
Facts.
My potential
That is true,
orchard.
yes.
So I'm not gonna let these bad apples ruin my potential orchard. So that's why I was like, I just gonna put myself back out there.
I agree.
And there's
Been some pull.
okay, the orchard is
Cause I've been pulling too. We've been pulling. Bark for the chat's been pulling. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We got the niggas. I'm just playing.
No, matter of fact. Yeah.
Wow.
But I've been through some shit though. So.
Like, okay, and see, I think I'm just to continue on my side chickness. It kind of really goes back to literally my first like relationship I can remember that was outside of middle school and just being on the phone. My first like relationship, and I was like hanging out with this guy. I was a side bitch. Literally after my very first relationship, literally like a week after I finally had sex with him, I'd already lost my virginity. He was the second person, like 8 months later, that I finally had sex with again. I met him at this like high school party that I went to Markel. I was with Markel one night. We went to this party and I met him there. Anyways, we had sex. Like a week later, I get a call from some girl.
Oh Lord, I hate
you
How
been
many you
and
woman
then
or woman?
she come to me and she started telling me, and we started comparing times and dates, and bitch, I was leaving and this bitch was pulling up 30 minutes later.
Oh, honey.
Oh, okay. That's how niggas like to do. They like
At
to
his
work
mama
it.
house. Bitch, I was at his mama house. His mama saw me one day. I fixed a plate in his mama house. His mama didn't say shit, knowing damn well he had a bitch.
Oh girl. Oh baby, I know. I was in a relationship for 5.5 years. This nigga lied to me off top and said that he lived with his auntie. So I'm going over there, find out that it's his mama a few months later. Which, okay, whatever. I overlook. You live with your mama. Maybe you was a little ashamed of that because you were a little old. That's cool. Okay, I overlooked that. But yeah, mama's gonna always ride with their son or they whatever.
Uh-huh.
So even if you fucking with them hard as hell, the mama not gonna say shit while you over there. But when the other bitch come over there and you leave, she's gonna say, "Hey, so and so, how you been?" She don't give a damn about you. And I felt the same way. You think I was the only bitch? Even his baby.
Let's not say no names.
Even his friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you ain't the only girl that be over there at his mama house. Like, how you think that's going?
His friend said that to you?
Girl.
Wow.
Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I found out. I got a call from the girlfriend. We comparing times. We doing this, we doing that. And you know, that's when I got my first run-in. But I really handled it and I was like, why don't you get on him? Because she told me that this wasn't the first time she caught him doing some shit like this.
Right, and I hate a bitch that come to the other woman.
I was like the third. I was like the second or third girl.
But wait, did
caught.
she come at you like, you know,
angry? No, she came at me angry. But by the time we finished the conversation, she had calmed down.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never understood that.
But because I calmed her down, because I was like, I was very confused, but I was like, look, like, you know, we compare. I'm like, well, I was over here on this date at this time.
Right.
And this day and well this and like I was like, why don't you talk to him? I was like, why you keep letting him do this to you?
Right, fact.
Fair question.
Bitch. Like,
you know.
So, and then my second time I was like talk to somebody, I go to college because it was like senior year. That's like end of senior year. It was like second semester. So then summer happens. I don't do anything over the summer. Summer happens. I go to college. I meet this boy at one of the like second biggest school parties, Robots and Sluts. So I'm in a duct tape bra and a little cheetah's print skirt and blue heels.
Okay.
And
Right. I'm imagining it.
so yeah, and so I meet him this night. I'm a freshman, he's a junior. And we started talking. Girl, one of my friends, Cameron, lived in a boys' dorm. He found out he had a girlfriend, and my friend Cameron told me. So yeah, second relationship I ever get into, he got a girlfriend. All his friends know he got a girlfriend.
Wow.
They all know me. They know we hanging out.
Wow.
He invited me to shit. And I come around, his friends like, hi, Sydnee.
Of course,
hi.
they playing their role. They know what the fuck.
All the friends is like, hi. He got a whole ass bitch that he been with for like 2-some years that live in Dallas.
Of course he does. Of course.
And you know who you are if y'all happen to watch this. But we kind of continued to fuck with each other for like the next 2-3 years. But anyways, yeah.
Girl, I was in a toxic relationship too. Probably a few of them hoes.
Wait, would you consider that relationship what you were doing with him? Or
We just had...
Or a situationship.
It was like, I don't know, I knew he liked me and I would just use it to my advantage if like I wanted something.
like dick?
Yeah. Even though it wasn't worth it, but
No.
at the end of the day, it was just somebody that I knew liked me.
Right.
So if you know, at the end of the party night, I wasn't satisfied
You could have somebody.
Oh, you had somebody. Okay. Yeah.
kind of.
Okay,
But-
that makes sense. So it's definitely not a relationship. It is a
He's an
situationship.
He's
Right.
You know.
Girl,
Clearly.
I done been through them assholes. I done been
He's
through
an asshole.
the niggas that don't want to commit. You have them niggas that want to fuck with multiple girls. Shit, I remember when I was in a relationship. I was in a relationship in high school, and this person had a best friend that was a female, and they're still together to this day. You do know. You do know. So, you know, hey, don't ever believe that a nigga has a best friend that he's, you know, going to see, maybe spend the night at her house, and
What?
and think that they're just friends.
What?
And they're still together to this day. They,
Okay.
you know, they're happily, you know, I follow them.
Yep.
I support it.
We see.
Because we know you seeing me. Because we know. I know you seeing me because you be clicking that like button. But anywho. But yeah, don't believe a nigga has a best friend.
No.
And no, after that, I was in a relationship for 5.5 years. So that shit was toxic as fuck. Niggas just ain't shit. They act like they love you so much. You're the best to them. Like literally, a woman can break her back and be faithful. Don't text no nigga. Don't hand out her number. Don't even look twice at a nigga when she get out the car. Like I actually had this nigga's uncle comment on like the fact that I'm so faithful to this nigga, and this nigga was cheating. I know damn near not probably the whole time, not the whole 5.5 years, but this motherfucker was cheating here and there. I know it. Like I know. Niggas acting like bitches get gut feelings. Like we know when our nigga is fucking with another bitch or
It's real.
Women need to listen to that.
That's why I feel bad being the other woman that usually is who your person cheats with. Like I'm like, I don't invite that shit. So like sometimes some girls do seek that shit out. I'm just do-si-do like you are, believing the shit that this nigga is telling me. I don't think he got no bitch. You stepping to me like you ain't got nobody.
Okay, so if he stepped to you like you don't got nobody and then you find out he has somebody, do you continue to pursue it?
So with the second boy, I did continue to pursue it, but only because I was just using him. But I'm actually in a situation right now. This sounds fucked up, but like I've been with him since like 2016. We've known each other since 2016 and been fucking with each other on and off since 2016.
The current guy that you're seeing now.
Yes, and we've reconnected recently and we're seeing each other again. He is in a relationship, but I had him first.
Okay. So I've been in a situation like that where I was with a person, they got with somebody, they want to come back and start talking to me, and I'm like, well, bitch, you know, shit.
I met him.
Yeah, like I mean,
I met him.
You was mine
before he met his wife.
Right.
I met him before he met his partner that he has. I met him before he met his partner he has now. I met him 2 whole years before.
Right.
So he was mine first.
Okay, so with that, do you believe in karma?
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Do you?
Like as in I shouldn't be surprised if I get somebody and maybe I get cheated on.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, see, I believe in open relationships, so I don't give a fuck.
Not that if you cheat on me, my heart never gonna get broken. You feel me?
Wait, so that's like what you want. So if you do enter into a relationship, it has to be an open relationship.
It don't have to be, but I would like if they would be down to play. Yes. I would prefer.
So is monogamy a deal breaker for you?
I mean, on my dating websites, I've definitely put like non-monogamous and like unicorn type shit. Like want to play with couples, but that gets dicey sometimes. But
Yeah.
just like it just life is life, and it's too, I don't know, spending your life with one person, I don't know. And then sometimes I wonder if maybe if I do meet that person, what if I do be like, nah, I don't want to see nobody touching him.
Right.
But then I'm like, I know me, and I'm gonna always wonder about other females. I'm gonna always want to like go that extra sexual step. So,
well, if y'all haven't noticed, I'm the more monogamous one. I'm the one that want to be in a relationship. I want to get married. I want to have kids. Like, I want the more like traditional way. And Sydnee's more of like, I'm ready to go with the flow. Like, I want to find somebody that want to go with the flow with me.
Yeah.
Like, we just want to find life together.
So would that be like a union? So like if you were to get married, it would have to be an open marriage?
I would be interested in open marriage. It doesn't have to be an open marriage, but I would do one.
Yeah.
Okay, so question. If you did do an open marriage and y'all had kids, would you continue the open marriage or then would you close the open marriage?
Oh, wow.
Because then your kids would be questioning once they got a...
Mommy got a lot of friends.
It's into a system. I
door.
personally would feel like with everything I know about what comes with kids, that door would close on its own because we would be so busy with our family.
Okay. That's a good way.
So I almost kind of wouldn't even worry about it in a sense because we would have so much more to focus on other than being out there looking for other partners.
Okay.
And the thing is, like with open and non-monogamy, it's not like I'm gonna always like I'm seeking to sleep with somebody else today. No, but it's just like if some pop up and there's somebody, let it happen. I'm not gonna seek it out though. You're gonna always be my main person.
Right.
I'm gonna look forward to coming home to you. I wanna,
Okay.
But if I want to bring somebody else home with me to play, then.
So what are the rules like for that? So what if they did, they slept with somebody else, but they didn't tell you?
Okay, now that's okay. See, then that's what you come into a. That's when we have like ethical monogamy. Okay. So when it's like we are gonna or ethical non-monogamy or whatever, that shit don't fly. Now that's cheating. Now you lying and you cheating.
So you're only sharing.
Even if we in an open relationship, bitch, if you don't tell me about that shit, you lying and cheating. Now, so now we got a problem.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Ethical monogamy, you have to disclose. Everything is out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you start hiding shit, then you don't know. I'm gonna start going through your shit.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. Wow.
But you can't hide it. Like you did what you did, and that's fine.
Like why lie at that point?
Exactly. But if you lying about it, baby, we got an issue just as if we monogamous.
Right. And I feel like if he knows that you're open to it, then there's no reason to lie.
Exactly. And that's my thing. I love honesty.
All right, so we got our point of views. What about our guests?
Yes.
What is your point of view? So have you ever been in a relationship where you got cheated on?
Okay. So yes, because my previous relationship, I very much got cheated on, okay? But before then, I had never been cheated on.
Okay.
So this current, most recent relationship that I was in, I got cheated on so hard. It was as though, it's like equivalent to like, you have sex for the first time and you get like AIDS. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it's just like, yikes, you know? It was bad.
Take a drink to that.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it was.
Wow.
It was bad. Dude, am I like? You want to like go into details or like?
It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Okay, well, it was we were together for 4 years, 4.5 years or so, and I found out that he was unfaithful the entire time, to where I was just like, who are you? Like, who is this person? I don't know this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And okay, it was a long distance relationship. But he lived in Louisiana.
Right. So it's not
That's not that far, yeah. But that's like 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And it thinking back, I would literally, like, when I was working overnight, I would work from 10 p.m. till 7 a.m. I would hop in my car and take that drive.
Girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did that for like a year.
The dick was that good?
It was.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, I really like driving, so it was fine. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. My little boo thing I'm messing with, I said with 2016, I have to make a little drive to him.
It's fine. It's peaceful, you know?
My 5.5 year relationship, once I moved to Houston, I made that 2-hour drive every single weekend.
When it's
And I
good
was getting
dick,
cheated
you
on.
drive.
Yeah.
And I was getting cheated on, and I was making that drive, and I did not know. So,
Yeah, and you look back and you're like,
wow, what a waste of fucking gas, what a waste of
honey,
mileage,
reimburse
oil
me
change.
something, yeah.
Okay, time.
You know how many miles I put on my car?
Okay.
Girl.
Okay, no really.
Yeah.
Not really.
But you know, it was long distance for most of the time. But like, I know like when you hear people, I don't know if y'all feel this way, but like when you hear people in a long distance relationship, you're kind of just like, okay, bitch, like really, you really think this? You know, but I really felt like it was different because we talked literally all the time, like 8 hours a day, like first thing in the morning, last thing at night, throughout the day. You know what I mean? Like the communication was spot on.
Okay.
You
Well,
know?
that's misleading.
That's good, right?
Yeah,
right,
that's
right,
really
right.
good. If you're gonna have a long distance relationship, I want to hear from you all the time.
Right,
all
right.
the time.
Locations, like
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Like I was, you know, it's like solid, like it's bulletproof. You know what I mean? And like every time I call, he would answer. It was, you know, what's the problem?
Right.
Right? So yeah, we did that for a long time, and then from Louisiana, he ended up moving to Alabama for work. You know, and we were kind of worried because that's like 9 hours, so that's not a drive. I'm not about to drive that. You know what I mean? So after that, we went to Vegas this past October 2020, and our last day in Vegas, we got a call. Well, he got a call from his job, and they were like, "How soon can you move to Houston?" And I'm like,
Wow, yes, Lord.
yes, look
Okay.
at God. Okay, and at that time, my best friend, which y'all know, right? She was getting a house built, right? She's getting a house built, and we would drive like once a week to go check on the progress. On our drive there, there were some apartments that we would always pass, and they were under construction. And she would tell me, she would be like, "Wouldn't it be so funny if like what's his face finally moved here and that's where he lived?" When he got that call, the next day he started looking at apartments. He sent me those apartments.
Oh, wow.
And that is where he currently lives.
Oh, okay.
5 minutes from my best friend. So I was like, look at God. It's all coming together, honey. Like I can get my life started. Like it's and he got here. And it lasted 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks to find everything. And it's so funny because like you were saying earlier, like intuition, like a woman's intuition is real.
Yes.
It is real. Okay. So probably a couple weeks before that, I have a really good friend of mine. She texted me out of the blue and she said, "I'm no longer with my husband. I found out he's been cheating on me." Mind you, she's been with this man since she was 16 years old.
Oh shit.
Wow.
16 years old on her second baby. After, probably like 2-3 days after she gave birth, he's like, "Sorry, not in love with you anymore. I love this girl. We're gonna get an apartment together."
Excuse me?
Nigga, we fighting. But get this IV out my arm. I'm finna bust this nigga in his head.
Vagina not even healed, honey.
Oh, wow.
And he was already, you know what I mean? And I was like, when she told me that, because their relationship and just her life in general was something that people look up to.
Right.
It gives you hope. You know what I mean? We always compare it to like some Disney movie or something, you know? And so when she told me, like, I was literally like shook to my core. You know, it's kind of like when you find out Beyonce got cheated on. It's like,
No, really.
ain't no hope for the rest of us.
It's still
No,
to
really,
this
honestly.
day that's always like, just remember Beyonce got cheated on.
Girl.
And
So
then
you
they-
can get cheated on.
Right.
Yeah. Halle Berry did too, by the way.
Yeah, Halle Berry did
Yeah,
get cheated
she
on.
did too.
Halle Berry!
Always the hottest one.
Honey,
so
like,
we
what more
ain't
do you
got no
Look at what happened with Mila Kunis and Macaulay Culkin.
We ain't got no way.
Mila Kunis fine as hell. You don't treat her like that.
I'm
That's
dead.
what I'm saying. So she told me that, and I was upset. Like I was so upset. I was so hurt for her, you know. And then probably like a week later, my little sister, she's been in a relationship for like 4 years, and she like texted me out of the blue one day, and she's like, I just found out that, you know, what's his name? She was gonna go out of town and see her best friend. He was planning to have another girl over as soon as she left. 4 years.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm like, yo, what's in the air? What's
Happening?
What's going on?
Something,
You know? Yeah. So I was like, let me take a step back and reevaluate my shit real quick. You know,
Right.
like Man, when I tell you, like, in the 2 weeks that he had been there, like, laying next to him, because I didn't move in with him, by the way, because I've kind of always felt that, like, I didn't want to live with somebody I'm not married to. So I just feel like it'd be, like, a headache. And for what, you know? But when I would stay the night with him, like, when I'd be laying next to him, bro, I don't know why, but, like, the inclination to go through his phone was so strong to where I could not sleep. You know, I was doing, I even Googled, like, how do you hack into Face ID? Like, what can I do? You know what I mean? Like, I was, like, it was strong, you know?
That was the Lord telling you, like,
girl,
you're doing something.
Like, you know, like, that happened. And I'm just like, yo, like, what's going on? So then, finally, like, even though he was here, because they had to, like, you know, make adjustments and do all this stuff, he still had to go out of town during the week. And then he would come back home on the weekend. So his dad had recently passed, okay, and his mother gave him his father's iPad, okay, and because he had just moved in, there was only one TV, so when he would, like, play the game or, like, watch a show, I would watch my stuff on his iPad, you know. And so one day, I'm gonna lie, okay, one day I just happened to stumble upon the email account. Okay. I stumbled. Okay, by the way, you know how they say, if you go looking, you find, whatever. Curiosity killed the cat, right? There's actually a second part to that saying. Nobody knows what it is. But curiosity killed the cat, the satisfaction brought it back. Okay. So I look through there, and I see a Tinder verification email. And it was back to back. And I'm like, okay, all right, bro, how do you want to play this? Let's be cool, you know what I mean? Because, like, obviously in a long distance relationship, like, there's gonna be suspicions, like, I would tease him, like, play the little jealousy or whatever, nothing serious, but every time I did, like, he would get so angry at me, and I thought that he was such a good guy, and I respected him so much. I thought he was such a good guy. I was like, bro, you need to chill, like, you're gonna run this guy off, like, don't do that jealous shit, you know what I mean? Be cool, you know? So that's what I was like, all right, I'm gonna chill, all right? So I gathered myself, and I sat down on this chair, a gaming chair that I bought him, by the way. Okay, I sat at the gaming chair at the edge of his bed, and I just asked him. I was like, "Do you have a Tinder?" And he looked at me. He was like, "What? No. Like, I haven't had Tinder since before I met you." And I'm like, "Okay, well then why did I see a verification?" And he was like, "Oh no, like, you know, maybe I got hacked. Like, I have apps on use all the time. They still send me stuff. Like, people, they were just trying to hack." And because it was back to back, he was like, I mean, like, there's two back to back. He was like, don't you think I would have gotten the first time? Like, why do you think there's two? Obviously, somebody's trying to hack me. And bro, he was so calm. And mind you, when I would usually come at him with this kind of stuff, he would go off. And I'm like, yo, why are you so calm right now? You know? And he was like, you don't like when I yell at you. You don't like when I'm calm. What do you want from me?
He's trying to play that manipulating game.
Okay, come on, gaslight.
Right? And I'm like, all right, cool. So I leave it alone. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm tripping. Right? So the next day he goes out of town, and I didn't want to stay in the apartment by myself, so I go back home and I take the iPad. And when I tell you, I genuinely was taking the iPad because I didn't have a TV in my room, and I usually watch my shows on my phone. So I'm like, oh, it's a bigger screen.
Right.
Let me take this iPad. It's fine. I do it all the time. So that night, I get home, and I literally was not thinking about it. Something was just like, you know what? Let me just go through this real quick. So I go to the app store. Right, where it tells you all the apps that's downloaded, because he had kind of synced it to his phone because his iCloud was attached to it, right?
Oh yeah.
So I go through his like recently downloaded apps and stuff like that, you know, and you know, y'all both have iPhones,
right?
So you know when you've already downloaded, it has like a little cloud with the arrow. Yeah, I see Tinder.
Right.
Okay, I see Bumble. I see Plenty of Fish. I see Hinge. And I'm like, what the fuck, like. What? Like, okay, like, obviously this guy was lying straight to my face and he didn't have a Tinder. And I saw Tinder, it said subscription expired May 20th of 2020. It was already November of 2020. So he was paying for it.
That's what I was about to say, subscription. So you paying, so you can get extra likes.
These unlimited swipes. You know, so I'm like, so then, full Inspector Gadget. Okay, the hat is coming on.
Okay,
you know, like, so I just go and I'm like, I'm downloading all of them. Like, I downloaded all the apps I could, and then I don't know how, but it was an old school iPad, like we still had the fingerprint, so I switched the fingerprint to mine. and you could unlock all of like, you know, passwords, shit like that, you know what I mean? So I was able to download one, which was Hinge. I was able to download that successfully. And when I tell you, first of all, I was able to download a couple apps, okay? When I tell you this man's profile on all these dating, it had to be like 7, 8 different dating profiles. All of the pictures that were on his dating profiles were pictures that I personally took of him. Okay? All of them. Just on that one Hinge app alone, he had 46 different conversations with 46 different women going.
Wow.
And they were all the same, like small talk, small talk, small talk. Hey, do you have a Snapchat? Do you have a Snapchat? All of them, like formulated, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he obviously had a game plan, you know?
Wow.
So then I go through all that, and then I hit the holy grail, which was Snapchat.
Oh, that's what's gonna get you in trouble.
Honey, when I tell you that Snapchat was like watching Pornhub. It was so bad, like every nasty thing that you can imagine, these girls were doing and sending it to him.
Wow.
Real.
Okay. Not the Pornhub.
Girl. So, and the most recent one that like, cause mind you, I'm at home and he's out of town, but he wakes up early so he's sleeping. So I'm going through all this and I'm like, what is happening right now?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And the most recent one was from his ex-girlfriend. We've been together 4 years. He told me that she lasted 2 years, and the reason why they ended is because she wanted a polygamous relationship, and he was like, nah, I ain't with it. She was with like she wanted somebody to be submissive, she wants to call somebody daddy, that type of shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he was like, nah, I ain't with it. You know, so that's why they broke up. And the most recent Snapchat was from her. So I opened it. This man has never stopped talking to her. Never stopped talking to her. And she was clearly like head over heels for him. She was just like, I don't understand what you want me to do. I don't know, like what do you want? What do you want from me? Like I really want, you know, just basically begging, basically. And he was like, well, I don't understand why we can't just do what we agreed to, be friends with benefits,
Wow.
shit like that. And he even, I guess that she kind of knew about me, but she didn't really know.
Right.
Because she was like, I don't understand what's with this girl. Like, she lives in Texas. Like, what are you even gonna do with her? And he was like, nah, like, you know, I've only seen her like 3 times. Honey, we've been together 4 years.
No, he didn't.
You seen me 3 times, you know? And she was like, I don't understand what she has that I don't. And he was like, well, she lets me fuck raw.
See, that's disrespectful.
Girl. Okay, so then, you know, he's like sitting here like, I know.
Baby.
So,
We was just talking about niggas fucking raw the other day.
That girl, okay? So then I'm like reading the conversation, and it's all just like, you know, she wants to be with him, and he's the language that he was displaying was very much manipulative. Like he was taking advantage of her because he knew how emotionally like attached, I guess, that she was to him. You know, so at that point I'm just like, yo, you're a fucking asshole. Like you are playing with this girl. Wow. You know what I mean? And then he even said like he was trying to get her to fly out to come see him. He says, if I buy this flight, he was like, listen, if you come these days, if I don't answer her phone call, she's gonna know something is up. So when you come and she calls me, I need you to make sure that you act like you're not here.
Wow, not the agreement.
Yeah. So y'all know the opening scene being on Friday?
Right.
She like, who was your show at last night? And like, she got a whole ass dude laying next to her. That's literally what he was doing to me. So, you know, I guess I would call and she would like be there and she pretended to like not be there. And it was just a lot. And then on top of that, one of the biggest arguments that he and I had when we were together was about finances. Because me, like, I pride myself in my finances. I pride myself in my credit score, you know what I mean? So he was one of those where he didn't really believe in saving, and that always bothered me.
Boy.
Bro, like you have no wife, you have no kids, you make pretty decent money. Why are you living paycheck to paycheck?
Right.
Throughout Snapchat, I found like he spent $900 to fly a girl out.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, where he at?
$900.
That's what I'm talking about. These niggas be playing.
For
what
real.
the fuck are you doing? You got a good ass girl and you spend. I don't understand the be
And
single.
$900 and I'm spending 6.5 hours driving to go see you.
Be single.
You know?
Be single.
Exactly.
Be
It's
single.
simple.
This is why monogamy is a myth. Stop acting like y'all want to sit up here in a relationship.
Girl.
Well,
Okay. Yes. Okay. If that's what you want to do, just say.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I honestly, I feel as though because because we were so close, like, I feel like it surpassed the boyfriend-girlfriend thing. Like, bro, like, he was my best friend.
yeah.
We were best friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, bro, if you would have just told me, like, I know we're long distance, I know we don't see each other. If you would have just told me, like, look, I want you in my life, but I don't think I can do the, I would have been like, cool. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But don't sit here and tell me.
Just lie.
You know what I
Lying.
mean? And so, like, I saw that, and it's just like, and I'm telling you, dozens of women. And I usually consider myself an intuitive person and somebody that could, like, really read vibes and, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
do that. This guy, like, he was so sweet. He was so sweet. He praised me to the point where I'm just like, bro, you can chill. Like, you ain't gotta tell me all that all the time. You know what I mean? He would send me gifts. He would send me flowers on the regular. Like, he, you know, like.
He knew what he was doing.
Yep.
Yes. And I thought I was safe because he would go home. He would go to work, come home, chill, wake up, do the next day. On the weekend, all he did was play the game. He didn't really have friends. He didn't go out. He wasn't active on social media. So I was like, I'm cool. We chilling. You know what I mean? But I was sadly mistaken, you know? And even still, like I said, like, finances was probably one of our biggest arguments because he didn't understand. He was kind of like, oh, well, you can't take it with you when you're dead. So
Right. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like that sometimes
No,
too.
which is
That's why I
fine.
spend my money. Sometimes I'm like, girl, fuck you.
Yeah, which
But-
is cool, but like when I'm sitting here and I don't believe in, like, the man, like, paying for it. Like, we've been together 4 years. Like, obviously I'm gonna get it sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's only, like, fiscally, like, it only makes sense. You know what I
Right.
mean? And plus we're not married.
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna make you make that financial obligation to me. You know what I mean? But even like Cash App, he had like 7 to 10 different women that he was sending money to. $100, happy birthday.
And you're leaving paycheck to paycheck? That's why.
$100, happy Valentine's Day. $100 just because. $100 for being chocolate.
Trying to look like a nigga with money.
Right.
Yeah. You know? And I'm just like stupid because it's like you're sitting here and you're presenting yourself to these women as though you that nigga, like, you got it. You really, like,
You
bro.
got
Not shit.
Not shit.
Don't got shit. Won't have shit ever.
Yeah. And so, like, it was just it was very eye-opening, I guess, and it was a lot. It was a lot because he very much blindsided me. And the fact that, like, you know, because we would talk every day.
Yeah.
And you would hear stories about infidelity. You would hear stories about cheating, and we would talk about it. Our inside joke that he and I had together was the song "Unfaithful" by Rihanna.
Oh.
You know, because I had a close friend of mine who was actually, well, I wouldn't say close. We worked together, okay? But she was cheating on her husband. And I treated, like, I would come back and I would tell him, like, oh my God, you won't believe she did this. And, you know, like, it was fucking like a telenovela or like a soap opera.
Right.
You know, and he would just be like, story of my life. And it would be funny because we would laugh at it. But this whole time it's just like,
You was cheating on me. Story of my life.
Yeah,
Story of my life. Circle of my life. Tell the people more than me.
Like, literally, like, I was that person. And
Right.
it's humiliating to sit and think about, you know? And even still, like, when I went through, like, his Facebook messages, bro, it was to the point to where, like, he was trying to get at married women, like, what's up, you know? Girls literally had to tell him, like, bro, stop asking me for nudes. Like, I'm not gonna see. Like, I had a scummy ass guy by my side. That is humiliating. Because if I knew the type of person that you were, I would have never even looked your way.
Right. Facts.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, bro, you've been doing this since 2012. You've been running game.
And they want to talk about us and presenting and wearing makeup and all this falseness. But y'all niggas be having whole ass different personalities and shit. Fucking different face. Like y'all niggas really be out here just like bummy and shady and hiding behind a bunch of bullshit.
Yes.
I got a lot of niggas, well not a lot, but I got 1 to 2 niggas on my phone right now. Bullshit. Full ass bullshit. Y'all just be trying to present one narrative and just like
for what? Like why?
I don't know why they feel like they need to have multiple women. I don't know why. That means, baby, if y'all got mommy and daddy issues, just say that.
But that's the thing though. And I thought about that and I tried. I'm like, well, why would you be such a shitty person? Like, I met your mother. Like, she's amazing. Like, she's nice, you know? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's not like you're damaged or any of this stuff. Like, I don't understand why you have this view on women. But, you know, like, it would be different, but like, the stuff that he would say, like, we talked about marriage, we talked about kids, we talked about when he actually got here, like, we were working and we were building towards a future, you know what I mean? And I just remember, like, I literally asked him this question beforehand. I was like, do you think that women that, like, are constantly getting cheated on and dogged out, like, do you think that they know? Or do you think that they're completely blindsided? And he was like, I don't know. He kind of blew the question off.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, like, when he first got here, like, this is just so crazy. Like, when he first got here, I guess he kind of, I don't know if he just misheard or there was a miscommunication, but when he got here and he went to go get his keys to his apartment, they were like, you owe us $1,100. And he was like, I ain't got it. And, like, you know, and he came to me and he was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, he had to work that week, so he couldn't lose his apartment. If he didn't pay them, he would have lost the apartment. So, obviously.
No, you did.
Yes, I did. Obviously. And that day we were scrambling and trying to figure out like what we're gonna do. And finally, like with one of the credit cards that I have, I like went to them and they gave it to me no problem. But I remember like I sat on the edge of the bed and I looked at him and I was like, look, I was like, I do a lot for you, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, so you would never like do anything like crazy or hurt me? And he was like, no, what the fuck? Like I would never. Honey.
Girl,
Please, nigga.
they literally lied to your face.
Lie to your
and at the end of the day, like the thing, like when it's all said and done, because this happened in November, so obviously I've, you know, been healing, I guess, you know.
Right.
But like the thing that pains me the most right now, I guess you could say, is the fact that it's just like when you take all the romantic shit out of it, when you take all like, you know, like sex and romance and all that shit, when you take it out of it, I genuinely feel like I was betrayed by a friend.
Right.
And that is a different type of heartbreak.
Damn.
You know, it is. It's different. You know, so.
No, I totally agree. The guy that I was in a relationship with for 5.5 years, I had the same situation. Like, he had 2 phones, so. Therefore, I always tell niggas, like, never trust a nigga that got 2 phones. Nope. Never. So, one day he left one of his phones at the house and he went to work. And so, you know, me, I was just like, can I find the password? And so I got the phone. First try, I get in this fucking phone. So I'm like, like, I'm just like, damn, like, bitch, you are good. Like, okay. So I start going through shit. I start finding pictures of bitches in their lingerie. Ooh. I do find messages and shit. I also had another instance to where he was on my personal laptop on his Facebook Messenger and he never logged out. And so he went to work. And bitch, am I boring you?
No.
Why did you yawn?
She was yawning.
I'm drunk, so I'm sleepy.
Okay.
I'm drunk, so I'm getting sleepy. No, keep going.
So yeah, I open my laptop when I get home and boom, there goes Facebook Messenger. So it's basically like you're laying out everything for me to find it, and I find it. So I start taking pictures. I start sending it to him while he at work. Bitch, I will pull up at your job. You got me fucked up.
She will.
And I take my loyalty seriously. Like, I'm a Taurus, we love hard. Like, I don't play, because when I actually finally like somebody and feel like I love you, like, I take that shit serious. So like when you hurt me, like, I take that shit to the core. So like she said, I feel like I was betrayed by a best friend. We together 5.5 years. Like, nigga, I done been through hell and back.
Yes.
Like, I done been through shit with your family. Like, I done been down for you when you went to jail. I called all your niggas. I even called your mama. Your mama said let you stay in that bitch.
Wow.
So I put all my money up to get you out of jail. Nigga, I was a student. Look, let me not act like I been it to him. But you know, like it's just shit you do. Like you just be that ride or die chick. Like nigga, I'm going to school. I'm an intern. I'm working 2 jobs, and you up in my house with your homeboys while I'm. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like I come in my house smoked out with you and your homeboys pizza by the work. Why? That's just disrespectful. And I was actually talking to a guy about this yesterday. Like the respect that guys have for women is just gone. Like it's just not there anymore. Like, and even with y'all cheating, like y'all don't even cheat with respect anymore. Y'all cheat like sloppy. Like y'all don't give a fuck who finds it. Like whatever. Like so, like. And yeah, like again, niggas are disrespectful. Like I actually had an instance where I bought a nigga food for instance. She knows the story. I bought a nigga a hot and spicy to be exact. A motherfucking McDonald's, right? I'm trying to make sure this nigga eat. Bought this nigga a whole meal. So we get in an argument outside of his mama house in the car, in my car. Okay. This motherfucker is like, I don't know what I can't remember the exact words, but he fucking pissed me off. So he get out the car and I don't know, he was just hella disrespectful. So I come around the car, I'm ready to, you know, do what it do, baby. I'm ready to swing on that nigga, like, whatever. Cause you being disrespectful, like, nigga, I'm coming out of money, like, you ain't got shit. I'm talking about Nathaniel, nothing, baby. I bought this damn food. This nigga, when I say this nigga, he threw this hot and spicy in my face. What? I'm talking about lettuce. Everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere.
Whole ass hot chicken's patty in her face. Through a whole ass chicken patty.
That's enough.
Through a whole
That's a whole chicken patty. But that's what I'm saying. Like niggas are disrespectful. Like, bro, like I've been in some toxic relationships. Okay, this nigga tried. Okay, if you don't got no car,
but she tried to hit a nigga with her car.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Okay, so if you don't have no car, don't try to disrespect somebody's ride because nigga, that's also your car. So if you try to get out my fucking car and slam the door, calling yourself being mad, trying to break my window, okay, let me break your means of transportation, which is your leg. I'm just not understanding. Let's just go toe for toe here. Tit for tat.
An eye for an eye.
Okay, bitch, what's up? You're gonna fuck with my transportation, I'm gonna fuck with yours. I don't. So I don't recommend anybody being in a toxic relationship. I don't recommend anybody being in cheating ass relationships. Yeah. Like, man, I can't even get
at the door.
I can't even get into the nitty gritty because I just be exposed to too much shit. But leave it.
Well, that's the thing that like, because even though like I went through what I went through, like I still didn't want to sit here and be that woman where it's like all niggas ain't shit.
Right.
Like I don't want to be that person because I feel like I actually have men, like friends and you know examples of men in my life that are evidence.
Shit. Right.
Yeah, they are. No, they are. Some of them are.
Yeah. So it's just like I just feel like we have to remember like love did not hurt us.
Right.
A lack of love hurt us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I don't want to be cynical and I don't want to be that woman or that man-hating woman.
Right.
No, definitely.
You know?
No. Also on cheating, it's not like cheating, but I also have a rule. So from one of the guys, we just talk about guys that we remember. I created a rule behind a nigga. So see, he had only been broken up with his girlfriend for like less than 2 months. Mm-hmm. And I got with him and it just didn't go well. So like after him, I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna get in a relationship with somebody that has not been broken. Right. If you have not been broken up more than 6 months, right. I'm not gonna date you because you liable to go back to that bitch, which exactly. He did.
And the same thing with the kid. If you have a kid that's like under the age of like 5,
can't do it.
Yeah.
You probably
still fucking with the baby mama. You still fucking with the baby mama.
And honestly, it don't matter the age. The child could be a teenager. I actually had a nigga tell me, as long as I have a baby mama, I have somebody to go back to. I have a nigga to fuck. I have somebody to fuck. So for all the baby mamas out there, that's how these men look at you. Don't even let them get that out of you. Like niggas just are. Wow. Let me not say niggas because I had to clarify with the nigga yesterday because I'm actually talking to a new nigga that actually has never cheated before. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes because I don't cheat either. You know,
I don't cheat.
Black women don't cheat.
Black women
Y'all know y'all
even though I've been in most of my relationships, I've been the side chick. I don't cheat. I don't want to be in a cheating relationship. Like, I don't seek that shit out. Let me make that shit very fucking clear. I'm just as dumb as your ass because I believed him too. So
that's facts. Okay.
Yeah, and too, like I think that, like, you know, I think you asked the question earlier, like why if you're in a relationship, a wholesome relationship, why do you feel the need to seek out something else?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that like I think us, especially like our generation and people younger than us, I think that we have a fear of being alone.
Right.
You know. And I think that is extremely detrimental. Like, I read something the other day, and it said if you find yourself lonely while you're alone, you are in bad company.
Okay.
See, I'm not lonely when I'm alone. I'm not gonna lie, baby. I love being by myself. My grandma. Oh, okay, yeah, I love my grandma. Even my grandma always be like. She just be like, oh, you can really entertain yourself. And I'll be like, yes, I can. I can have a good ass time with myself at the house, baby. Okay. We can find a lot of shit to do. Okay? I don't need nobody else to make me happy. I'm good with myself. I can make myself laugh. We can have a kiki, have a good old little time. I'll find a lot of projects to do in the house.
And I think that's important. Like, I feel like because of you, like, you were in a 5.5-year relationship. I was in a 4-year relationship. You know, even you, like, with the relationships that you've dealt with, like, I feel like it's important to, like, express the importance of, like, the healing process.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of people that we're dealing with, they're very damaged, you know? Girl, like, especially when you come out of, like, a toxic relationship like that, like, it's easy to go through the whole phase. It's easy to replace that person. It is not easy to sit here and deal with yourself, with your hurt, you know, like with your guilt.
I'm finally in a place where I just started admitting that I wanted a boyfriend again.
You see?
I just started admitting that to people that I wanted that. It's a lot has gone into it. It's the therapy. It's the learning what I've been putting up with, the bullshit like you've been saying, these niggas, these toxic, girl.
I'm saying, like, and it's important because
I still got some toxic niggas in my life. I'm trying. I'm like, oh, I know you toxic, but
it's the process.
But I want you, but I know you toxic.
But even being in toxic relationships, I feel like you really learn more about yourself. I feel like if I wasn't in that toxic relationship, I wouldn't know everything I know now about myself, about what I want, about what I don't want, about what I'm willing to put up with.
Absolutely.
Like, so toxic relationship is definitely a learning process. And so, like she said, it takes a while to heal. Like, I got out of that relationship in 2017, and I wouldn't even look twice, okay? So I feel like that's the point that you should get at, because when you feel like you can go back to that person, like, no. And I actually was having dreams that this person, my ex was actually very vivid in my dreams not too long ago, and I was actually like having really intimate sex with this person, with him, and I was just like, this is the devil. This is the devil talking to me, because the Lord wouldn't want me to go back and be with this person again. I know. Okay?
Girl, when I tell you, when I was in my relationship with him, when I tell you, for like 2 years or maybe more, like, I had dreams every single night that somebody was trying to kill me and torture me.
See, I had those dreams too.
Yes.
I had a dream that I was getting shot. I was getting chased and getting shot down.
Yes.
And I remember I woke up screaming one night. He was like, "It's gonna be okay." Nigga, you were the one that was trying to kill me. Girl, you are the demon that I'm running from.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Now, I ain't had no dreams like that,
No,
but
it's
girl.
real though.
That's just the Lord telling you, like, you have to get out of this situation before you're taken out of this situation.
When I tell you, like, months prior to when I found everything out, I was like, okay, because, you know, I had a couple red flags in the beginning, and I was like, God, listen, like, I don't know if this is the man for me. I don't know, but regardless, I'm so emotionally invested in him, I'm not willing to walk away. So if he is not the man for me, do what you need to do to remove him from my life.
Right, facts.
Like, literally months before.
No, really, I feel you.
And like I heard the other day, like, God removes people from your situation because he heard conversations that you did not.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Look who we removed from my life.
No,
Look
like,
who got
seriously.
removed from my
And
life.
you have to, sometimes, like, you have to, like, view that as a blessing.
Right.
And even when I was, like, even though he did, like, what he did, like, he was a complete scumbag, like, a complete piece of shit. But I found myself still being sad, you know? So I really had to, like, take a step back and I'm like, girl, like, what are you sad about?
Right.
Are you sad that nobody's longer cheating on you? Are you sad because you don't have a peace of mind?
You dodged
Or
that bullet.
Yeah, you dodged
Okay.
your bullet, or low key,
Okay.
like, God answered your prayers.
Right.
So perspective is everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to really view it. It is a blessing in disguise. Imagine I married this guy. Woo! And
Baby.
5-10 years into the marriage.
Baby.
See, I was actually talking to somebody about that not too long ago, because I was like, when I was in a relationship 5.5 years, like, yeah, I was on birth control, but we weren't doing anything as far as like not trying to not have a kid. Not that I wanted to have a kid when I was in college, but you're in a relationship with somebody for so long, like she said earlier, like they're gonna let you fuck raw, like whatever.
Exactly.
So
It's true, yeah.
it's like
When I had a boyfriend, I
right.
right.
I literally would thank the Lord after we were not together, like, Lord, I'm so glad that I did not get pregnant by this man. Because just imagine me having to deal with this for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
Me having to deal with this toxicity. Me having to deal with the whole, like, baggage that comes with him. And no, God knew that I wasn't built for that.
Yeah.
Because,
It's a
baby, I was
blessing.
going to go to jail. Okay? So, no, the Lord knew to take him out.
He spared him, honey.
Because, baby, no. So,
yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah. And
No,
it is,
oh.
and it's important.
The poor life.
Yeah. You definitely got to thank the Lord for taking you out of situations.
Yes, you
because
have to, and you have to recognize it, you know, and you can't like take it in vain. Like, use this, grow from it, listen to your intuition,
Right.
listen
Yes.
to the red flags,
Yes.
and do not repeat.
Right.
Because honestly, when I tell you, I feel like God punched me dead in my face and was like, "Girl,
I said no.
Wake up! Wake up!
wake up! What are you doing? Like, stop! Like, we're
Cold towel to the face,
Okay.
baby. Get your ass up. Yeah.
That's literally what it felt
No,
like.
definitely.
You know?
It happens. It happens to the best of us. We gotta realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like, no.
And it's important. It's important. It's extremely important to heal from the things that, like, the toxic relationships that you've been through, you know, and to not like project, like, because low key, like, I don't know if you feel like this, but what I feel like is that 4 years, and to realize that this person was just not
Yeah,
anything who you thought he was,
Right.
that is traumatizing.
Yes.
And I tell you, like, this man had me questioning humanity. Like,
I was
you know?
going against my family for
Yes,
this man.
girl, and I'm telling you,
I don't
like,
have anything that strong, but I did romanticize a relationship where this nigga, like, right after I started talking to him, he literally, like, lost his job or quit his job. And then he, like, I always remember, I'd be like, bro, you was such a dumbass. Because I remember I went over to his house to chill with him, and I was laying in his bed, we was chilling. He was like, oh, hold on. He went to talk to his roommate, and he came back in his room, and he went in his laundry basket, and he pulled out a gun, and he was like, I'll be right back. And I was just laying in the bed, like, okay, like, I'm holding it down. Like,
I'm holding it
this
down.
nigga was selling unmarked guns. Like, I'm just laying there, like, okay, baby, okay, you'll be back. Like, he was like, yeah, like, we was chilling. He got up, like, oh, I gotta talk to my roommate about some shit, to chop it up. Came back in, reached in his laundry basket, pulled out some guns. I'm gonna be right back. You can stay right there in the bed. Okay, bye.
wow,
Not the people.
wow,
Yeah. See, when you're in certain relationships that you're so in love and it's so
He was
fun.
white. Let me make that very clear. He was white.
That
He's not
guy?
black. He was
That
white.
guy? Really?
Selling unmarked guns. He was white. Y'all know I fuck with white boys.
Yes, Sydney fucks a white man. We know.
I'm surprised. I was picturing, you know.
Nope, he was
Not
white.
that.
Full ass white.
Wow, that's amazing.
He didn't get been caught up with the FBI before too, but that was before he met me.
Oh Lord, and she just continued to still want to fuck. Yes, okay, great. That's great.
I always find the niggas. Anyways.
We know.
Anyways.
We know.
Wow.
She's like her own little rehab over here.
So I'm curious though, like, from your 5.5 year relationship, Do you feel like you've healed fully?
I do. Well, no. I do still have trust issues. But I'm definitely a better person. After that relationship, I was in a 3-year relationship with, not a relationship, I was in a 3-year situationship, which was one of the best relationships I've ever been in, ever. I was like valued. I got attention. Like the sex was amazing. Like it was all about me. Like I never quite had to question them. Like nothing.
I was rooting for it, baby. I was rooting.
He used to take trips. Like everything. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But that really showed me like the value and the worth that I can have in a relationship. So therefore, like I feel like I'm healed mainly from that toxic relationship. And I don't want nobody like that anymore. So that's kind of how I feel like I know what I want now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of helped me with that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because even still, like even though like you were the person that was offended, like you had the offender, then you were the one that was the recipient.
Okay.
So
we just talking about relationships and like something good. Though.
We were, but I do not remember what it was.
Me neither.
But what?
It's just, I just hope women out there don't accept cheating if you don't want to.
Right.
No.
If you want an open relationship, explore that. That's fine.
Yeah.
What else? Like, just look out for the games. Look out for the red flags.
Yes,
like,
because they be looking like
thing.
6 Flags.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, like seriously. You know, you have these red flags, and you think like, well, I really like him, so let's just like not worry about this shit. But this shit always ends up biting you in the ass.
Yeah, it's gonna come
and
full
it's just
circle.
like I feel like God, when He created men, He was like, all right, well these niggas, they know, you know what I mean? So He was just like, He gave women intuition,
right,
to help like a self-defense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really like use that and just listen to it,
right?
You know, because
they be lying.
Yeah.
They be like see through the bullshit. I'm finally 27 and I'm seeing God.
Yes.
Trust me, I was 22.
That's
definitely in some situations I didn't have to be in if I just would have saw through the bullshit.
Yeah.
If I just would have been like, nah, he playing the fuck out of me right now.
That's what I was saying.
What?
Is that even though that I was the one who was hurt, I guess, or who, you know, he offended me, you know, I still found myself at the end of the relationship like thinking like, it caused some self-reflection, you know, and I never considered myself a damaged person. I never considered myself broken or anything like that. But when I actually sat back and I'm like, yo, you're 28 years old and you've never had a healthy relationship in your life.
Right.
You know, and it kind of like, it's hard to face yourself because you cannot run away from you.
And here I'm complaining about never having a real relationship. I've only had one real relationship in my life. And I'm beating myself up for being 27 and only having one real relationship and feeling like, bitch, you need to get out there and hop on something. Hop on something.
And that's the thing is that like all the relationships that I've been in have been like, I've been with them 2 years or more.
Right. I'm always in long relationships.
Exactly. And so I'm just like, when I tell you, like you said, you know, like God, like, you know, slapping you in the face, like that's literally what I felt like, bro, like stop. And as much as I hate to admit it, had I surpassed all the relationships that I've been in the past, I feel like I would be more successful than I am now. You know, because it's a distraction,
right?
You know, and if you're a wholesome woman, or if you're just like a woman that's true to her nature, like you're going to love them with your all, and you're naturally going to put yourself on the back burner,
right?
For them, you know. So I think that it's important that, you know. Okay, so there's this quote. It's my least favorite quote, but it's not kind of. Basically, it's a woman's life is love, a man's love is life. Okay, so I've kind of always resented the fact that like I am a woman and we are emotional creatures, and I hate the fact that like our universe tends to like surround the idea of
getting a
having
man,
you know,
keeping a man,
but men
or
are
just
like,
having men in general. It's not even about keeping a man, but just you should have men.
That's
Why
like
you don't
value.
have a man? Why you can't call on nobody?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fuck that bullshit.
Yeah, and it's like it's actually kind of toxic to like us women because it's just like it's like teaching us to your value is placed in the hands of a man,
right? Whether
or not you have one, and even still, like women. Like they're, you know, like if you're like divorced or you're broken up, it's just like, oh, you couldn't keep your man. And it's just like, yo, that's extremely toxic.
Right.
Because the bar is set so low for men. You know what I mean? And it's just like, no, like we're